The day slowly approaches. After so much time in safety, danger makes its plodding, deliberate way towards my family. I tell the children to stay calm. Tell them they are far too small to be desirable, that they will live and thrive. They seemed calmed. For now. My mate and I know that one of us will most likely not make it through the season. The odds were weighed heavily against us. We were both large enough to be noticeable, and were therefore targets. Targets for what lay beyond the barrier. I'd never seen them before, but the elders had told tales. Large, hulking beasts and giant machines that smelled of fire. They were said to break through the barrier and cart off the biggest and strongest among us, never to be seen again. With our protectors gone, they would sometimes circle back around and snatch up the smallest. It was disgusting. The older ones at least had the slimmest of chances fighting back, but the young ones? They were children. They could no more fight these monstrosities than they could the sky or a storm. But like the thunder trumpeting the entrance of the storm, so did the cold serve as a harbinger for the monster's arrival. I stayed awake late into the night, watching the barrier, hoping against hope they wouldn't come. Just please keep them back this season, just this once. I prayed to who or whatever was listening with the power to grant my request. But it was useless. They came. The roaring of their machines woke me. In my grogginess, I could see them all gathering at the barrier. Looks of naked desire plastered across each and every one of their horrifying faces. They pushed open the barrier like it was nothing, and poured into our sanctuary. I reminded the young ones to stay calm, and everything would be fine. I had to lie to them. Whatever happened today would be vicious, unthinkable, and lasting. I just wanted them to hold on to those last few moments of peace and innocence. The beasts were scooping us up and inspecting us. For the unlucky, they completed their inspection and then carried them off. For the very unlucky, they would snap off the necks of their victims and carry the limp bodies by the stump they'd left. It went on for hours. Finally, their bloodlust seemingly sated, the monsters began to funnel back out through the barrier. Whoever was left over was safe. I turned towards my mate to comfort her after the carnage we were put through. Then, suddenly, a giant claw shot out of nowhere and closed around her neck. In my desperation, I jumped in the way, knocking her out of its grasp. Seeing her safe distracted me from seeing the claw wrap itself around me. I fought and screamed, but it was too late, and too final. I could see my family and my people growing more and more distant as the monster threw me in its machine, bound me, and rode off. I had never been so scared in my life. Everything was unfamiliar. The walls inside the giant machine were too tall to see out of. I had no idea how long I'd be here or where I was going. I just knew that when I got there, I didn't have much time. We stopped. The beast whipped open my enclosure and grabbed me before I had a chance to react. It carried me inside its fortress-like dwelling. After it had stuck me high on a platform, my worst fears were confirmed when it pulled out the biggest blade I'd ever seen. Panic was flooding through my body. It started to advance on me. I frantically racked my brain for something. Anything. Jump. I had to jump. I couldn't stop it, but at least I could end things on my own terms. It was very close. Now or never. As the ground rushed at me, the monster roared, and I smiled. "Damn it, Linda!" the man yelled. "The pumpkin rolled off the counter." He surveyed the damage. "Yeah, it's all over the floor now. I told you it was wobbly when it fell on your hand at the patch, but you just loved the shape." He got on his hands and knees to clean up the mess. "What time is it?" Only quarter to noon? Plenty of time. Let's head back, and we can also pick up some of the tiny ones for paperweights. Those are great.